Come on in here. I'm just going to adjust this a little bit. Come on into another episode of More Money Monday. Welcome. Let's talk about being ready to receive the blessings that you're asking for. And I really wanted to, actually, let me start the live on Instagram too. Hold on, y'all. Whew, the belly getting heavy, y'all. Hey, y'all, come on in here. Come on in here. Happy Monday. Welcome to another More Money Monday. I want you guys to go ahead and comment ready to receive in the chat. Comment those 3 words for me. Comment ready to receive. I'm over here rubbing my belly, y'all, because it's getting a little heavy. You know, today I really feel it. Like some days it's like, okay, cool. But no, today I'm like, yeah, okay. It's hitting. It's hitting. Yes, y'all, comment ready to receive. Because I really need us to talk about something. I really need us to talk about a couple things. And this is More Money Monday, so you know this is how we get our week started right. This is how you're going to get on track. Y'all know every single Monday, unless I'm sick, we come on here and I bring you guys the motivation and inspiration that you need for the week. And we've been doing this for almost a whole year, every Monday for a year. Thank y'all so much. Let me pin a comment. Okay, boom. Yes, girl. Thank y'all so much. So first thing, let's go ahead and share this live. Go ahead and click on the arrow at the bottom and share this live with at least 10 people, okay? Because we need to talk about this. And there's some people that you know, there's some people in your list who are, hey y'all, thank you so much. There's some people in your contact list who are ready to receive blessings, who are needing certain blessings in their life, and they need to receive this message. So let's share the message. Go ahead and share this out. Let's bring the people in so they can get their week started right. Okay. So yes, keep sharing, keep sharing. Hey, so y'all come on in here. We are talking about Chileeee and being really ready to receive blessings. I want you guys to take this journey with me because I'm sure everyone's seen the Chileeee situation, right? Comment yes or no in the chat if you know what I'm talking about with the Chileeee situation and the restaurant, or comment no if you don't know what I'm talking about, and I'll just fill you in briefly. Where's that noise coming from? But if you know what I'm talking about with Chileeee, comment yes. If you don't know what I'm talking about, comment no, and I'll fill you in briefly. Okay. So, okay, I'm seeing a lot of no's. Okay. So some yeses, some no's. All right. So just a brief thing. Chileeee is amazing. He's a content creator who creates content around food. So he goes to visit restaurants and all over the country. And he's got this huge following. I don't even know how many millions, maybe 5 million, maybe more. I'm not sure. But he's got this huge following and he shares these honest reviews of these restaurants. And so, you know, we've all come to understand that he's very influential. So we call it the Chileeee effect, right? So after he goes to a restaurant, especially when he gives it a good review, we've seen that the restaurant literally is packed the next day. I mean, these restaurants become extremely blessed. They start making, you know, just thousands and thousands of dollars within 24 hours. 10 million. Child, look at that. That's amazing, right? They start making thousands and thousands of dollars from the moment that he posts his review. So it's amazing. And so recently he went to this restaurant in Dallas and gave them a great review and also left a $4,000 tip plus some extra money. Y'all don't play with that door, because I do not want someone's fingers getting smashed. Sorry, y'all, I had to go into mommy mode. Because why is the door getting slammed? And then the first one, that's like my worst nightmare, is thinking about a finger getting smashed in the door. It literally gives me anxiety. Don't play with the door. Okay, back to the topic at hand. So, anyways, he left her a $4,000 tip. And the instructions were $2,000 for you, the owner, give $1,000 to the barber and $1,000 to the braider. Okay, they were all there it's a food truck. So they were all there in the parking lot, bringing attention to the business, whatever. The lady, long story short, decides not to give the money. She keeps it to herself, basically having this lack mentality, right? She decides, this is my money. We're not with them. We don't know them. Just very ugly. And so Keith Lee responds and he's like, well, that's unfortunately not what I told you to do with the money. Of course, he doesn't ask for it back, but what ended up happening is she was going to make thousands and thousands of dollars from his positive review. But because of her nasty actions, so many people have left terrible reviews on her business. Like, she has a 1 star on all platforms. Nobody comes to her spot. Very rarely does she get customers. Like, a lot of people think she's going to go out of business. So, I've been watching the reels about this for the last couple of days and just really thinking about what this means in a bigger context, right? Because yes, what he does is amazing, right? He has the ability to really supercharge a business just from 1 positive review, which for the business can be completely life-changing. But look at the choice that this woman decided to make, right? Now, mind you, she knew that Keith Lee was going to come because of the fact that her son or something had DM'd Keith Lee. So she had asked for this blessing, right? This Keith Lee effect. But look at how she traded this extra $2,000 for all of the potential hundreds of thousands of dollars she could have acquired, right? So instead of doing what Keith Lee asked and giving the $1,000 to the barber, giving the $1,000 to the braider, just doing the right thing, she decided, well, I'm going to look at the fact that this money is in front of me right now. I'm going to take what I see and forget about what could potentially come. She didn't even think about what could have come later. And so it's almost like stepping over $1 to get to $0.25. It's almost like asking for blessings and prosperity in your business and then succumbing to temptation when you see this little amount and thinking, oh, this is going to be what I decide to fight for, instead of looking at the long game and focusing on what the blessing can be down the road. And so I'm thinking about, how does this relate so often to us and our lives and our businesses, right? And we really have to pay attention to, yes, we're asking for certain blessings, but are you really ready to receive the blessing that you're asking for? Is your mindset in the space where you aren't going to do the same thing that she did? And let's really think about it, right? There's a lot of people judging her, and yes, what she did was wrong. But let's really think about the lack mentality mindset that put her in that place to think about just grabbing the 4,000 and not thinking about the possible 40,000 that could come, right? You've got to remember that when God decides to bless you, he's going to bless you richly. But you know what happens right before you get a blessing? Temptation. And temptation is going to come in the form of a quick win, right? Easy money, right? Something that seems like, oh, let me just go ahead and take this to an easy grab. Temptation is going to come right before your big break, right before your big blessing, to really test and see, are you ready to receive what you're asking for? Are you really ready to play the long game and to look ahead and to pay attention to not what you could have right now, but what you could have long term? I want you guys to really realize that quick money that comes quick also goes quick, right? You've got to be thinking about, how can I make sure I'm positioning myself and really paying attention to what are the choices I can be making now to have a long-term result in my life, in my business, in my income, in my relationships. Excuse me. I want you guys to really think about having success for the long term and not just having success right now. I want you guys to comment long term in the chat, because we live in this microwave society, right? So again, a lot of people are judging her and what she did was wrong, but I'm looking at it as a lot of people might have made the same decision that she made unless we address the core root of the problem, which is asking for blessings, but not actually addressing the lack mentality to be ready to receive the blessings that you're asking for. Because if you're asking for a six-figure business, but you don't want to change the relationship you have with the $100 debts that you owe, or the $1,000 bill that you need to pay, right? Think about this, y'all. Think about this. You want a big import of money into your business. You want a six-figure business, a seven-figure business, etc. But when it comes to you investing in things, right? She could have invested in her business by giving that $1,000 to the barber, that $1,000 to the whoever, and whatever other money he wanted to give, right? You could see that as an investment in her business by doing what someone asked of her to continue to have a positive reputation. But instead of investing in her business, she decided to think short term and say, you know what? No, I need this $2K for blah, 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 whatever the $2,000 she needed it for. And now she's missed out on hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars for sure. So you've got to look at, I'm asking God to bless me with six figures. I'm asking God to bless me with seven figures, but how am I operating with what God has given me right now? How am I taking care of the money that I have right now? How am I taking care of the business that I have right now? How am I taking care of the goals and the action items and the things on my to-do list that I have right now? It's very easy to ask, right? It's very easy to say, God, give me more. It is not easy to look at what you have and say, let me make sure I'm also managing what is in front of me right now. Thank you for what I have at the moment. I'm just wanting to make sure I'm ready to receive when you decide it's my time. So unfortunately, that Keith Lee effect, right? That's the blessing in question here. That's not going to come twice. You've got to recognize, I got to shift because y'all know the baby's getting a little heavy. You've got to recognize that, certain blessings, right? Certain answers to prayers that you ask for in your life when it comes to your income or your business or whatever the case might be. Certain blessings in your life may not come two times. These things may happen one time, so don't fumble the bag. Don't fumble the blessing. Don't fumble the opportunity. And I really had to think deep. Y'all, I be thinking deep. I don't know if it's because I'm pregnant right now or what, but I be thinking deep. I really had to think deep, like, wow. Think about if there are any times in your life where you have fumbled a bag, fumbled a blessing. And I had to even think about where I am right now, right? I've grown my business. I'm remarried, right? There's some really great prayers that have been answered in my life. But if I am too focused on what I still don't have, right? Or what is still not right, or what is still not complete in my life, that's me actively fumbling the blessings that have already been given to me by not thinking and paying attention to how can I take what has already been seeded into my life and continue to help it grow a bigger harvest. See, a lot of the time, y'all are praying for a bigger harvest, but you are not taking care of the soil that you currently have. I need you guys to water the soil. Comment water the soil in the chat. I need you guys to water the soil. And I need you guys, when you're praying and you're asking God to step in and to guide and to bless you and to provide clarity and to do all the different things on your prayer list, one thing I want you to make sure you add to that prayer is, God, also help me to take care of what you've already given me. God, also help me to manage the harvest that I currently have. Before you increase my harvest, help me to take care of the harvest that is right here, right now. Help me to make sure I'm ready. Help me to make sure my mindset can handle whatever this next season is. Unfortunately, the lady who had the Keith Lee effect, right? The lady who had the Keith Lee review, she wasn't mentally ready for the next harvest. Mentally ready. Yes, I'm sure she would have loved to take care of, to have $40,000 in sales, hundreds of customers. She would have loved that. But mentally, right? Mentally, she was the same person. Even if she had made that $40,000, gotten all those hundreds of customers, et cetera, and et cetera, her mindset about money is still lack. And so it's almost like pouring water into a bucket with holes. If you are constantly thinking that you don't have enough, if you are constantly looking at your situation as not good enough, if you are constantly not being appreciative for what is coming your way or what you have currently, even when God increases your portion, the holes in the bucket, it's going to keep falling through. We cannot allow our greed to block our prosperity. And we live in a world that is greedy, right? We see it all over social media. Right? It's a lot of consumption, buying things. I get it. I love to buy things too, right? But this is just the world that we live in. But if we are always only focused on getting more in the short term, right? Greed is filling your plate right now. Thinking prosperity wise is thinking about how can I have my plate filled even still 5 years from now. Don't exchange this short-term moment for the success you could possibly have in your business in the long term. This is why I'm always telling you guys, I want you all to be successful 3 years from now, 4 years from now, 5 years from now, right? Do not just look at what can you do with your brand or your business or your relationships just to have a quick bag right now. What can you post? What can you sell? Who can you know? Where can you go? Who can you talk to? What can you get just to have a quick bag right now? Because remember, there is a difference between right now and 3 years from now, or 4 years from now, or 5 years from now. There is a difference between trying to get the money, squeezing it out right now, and making it last for the long term. So don't compromise on how you treat this part of the journey. Don't compromise on how you spend this time. Don't compromise on how you take care of what has currently been given to you, because this is what sets the tone for how you're going to take care of what will be given to you later. This absolutely sets the tone, and this also determines if what you're asking to be given to you later will be given to you. And this also really makes me think of, relationships, romantic relationships, right? Many of us, and I was one, after I got divorced, I really wanted to get remarried, right? It was one of my goals. After I started my business and started to go through therapy and get myself together, I was like, wow, I would really love to go back into marriage. You know, I want to give this another shot. I don't want that to be my last chance. And I remember praying to God and asking for what I wanted in a man and just, you know, having this list, okay, of all my qualifications and demands of what I want in a man. And, you know, I'm Muslim, so I pray 5 times a day. And in one of my prayers, it was like God said back to me, well, thanks for letting me know what you want in him. But I need you to think about, what does he want in you? I need you to remember and recognize that not only is it my concern to give you something that you're praying for, but it's also my concern to make sure that the person I give you, that you are a reflection of what they are praying for. Do not forget that the blessing needs to be taken care of on both sides. Whatever you're praying for God to bring in your life, God has to make sure that it's good for you, but it also has to make sure that it's good for whoever or whatever that blessing is. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Drop a gem in the chat if that's making sense. A lot of the time we just think about what we want, what's going to fill our need, what we want this man to be, what we want this woman to be, what we want this business to be, whatever the case is. But remember, God has a responsibility to, yes, answer your prayers, but to also make sure that whatever blessing he's giving you, whether it's a person, place, or thing, that you are also in position to take care of that. So if you're praying and hoping and asking God for that new house, God also has a responsibility to make sure that the house he gives you is going to be taken care of. If you're praying and asking for that new man, God also has a responsibility to make sure that that man he gives you is also going to be taken care of. If you're asking God for more money in your account, God also has a responsibility to make sure that this money, this abundance, this harvest that he's sending your way is going to be taken care of. So you have to do the work prior to the blessing, prior to the harvest, prior to the man, prior to whatever it is, to make sure that you are also a blessing to them as they are a blessing to you. That lady wasn't ready. She was hoping and praying for more customers in her business, but unfortunately, her business would not have been a blessing to those customers based on her actions, based on her energy. Are y'all seeing what I'm saying? So it's very much reciprocal. I always tell you guys that the success you're going to have and the success that I'm going to help you have through my classes, through my challenges, through the upcoming Financial Freedom Challenge, all of that is contingent on your belief system and your mindset. That's why we talk about these things every single Monday. Because just as much as I'm giving you strategy, just as much as I'm giving you tools, systems, funding tips, all of that, it's just as important to make sure that on this journey to acquiring more and having more, that your mindset is in the right place so you don't find yourself doing well for 12 months and then all of a sudden not able to really sustain the harvest that you've prayed for because you didn't take care of the soil enough. The soil representing your mindset, the soil representing your character, the soil representing your relationship with money. Remember, the day that you plant the seed is not the same day that you eat the fruit. We don't plant a seed for apples and eat apples the same day. It takes time. And what do you have to do in the meantime, going from the seed to the apple? You have to water it. You have to give it sun. You have to take care of it. You have to be patient. You have to be consistent. You have to be diligent. So if we're looking at your business, if you planted the seed today for your business to start this next launch, to start this next strategy, to start this next product, to start this next blog, whatever the case is, the day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit. So if you are going into this with the mindset of, let me just hurry up and get it, let me just hurry up and get the money, let me just hurry up and squeeze, try to get this harvest to do what it's gonna do, you're effing up your harvest, because it doesn't work like that. I want you guys to stay in it, stay diligent, stay disciplined, stay focused, stay secure, stay consistent. That is when you build up the harvest. That is when you are also showing God that you are ready for the harvest. I love y'all, but I got to be real with y'all. I check your DMs. Y'all know I respond to your DMs, emails, right? You guys ask me questions about your business and my stories. And sometimes when I go to y'all's pages for your business, there's no post up for 3 months. And your question to me is, Ellie, I really need help with sales. I really need help with marketing. I'm trying to get more. And so I'm like, okay, cool. Let me just check out their page, see what kind of feedback I can give them. And the last post was 60 days ago. Or 30 days ago. And I'm like, oh, so what do you mean you're struggling with your marketing? And there's no marketing happening. Some of you guys will send me a DM, I really need help winning grants. I say, okay, well, how many grants have you applied to? None. Oh. So what help do you need getting the grant if you've never tried, if you've never watered the seed? What help do you need getting your business up to that next level if you haven't tried to water it and not seen it grow? Then there's something that we can look at, right? It's very important that before you complain about the harvest that you don't have, that you've exhausted all options to work to grow the harvest. Because God wants nothing more than to give you what you are praying for. But like I said, God is also a responsible God. God has to make sure that when he gives you the harvest, that you're ready for the harvest, that you can take care of the harvest, that the harvest doesn't go to rot, and that the harvest doesn't go to waste. So before, again, complaining or giving up on the fact that you don't have what you need yet, let's make sure you're exhausting all effort. Let's make sure you're coming to classes. Let's make sure you're using, in my case, the templates that I give you. Let's make sure that you are consistently watering the seed and always fortifying your mind to not go to the place of, this isn't working, it's not good enough, I'm not good enough, I just need to go find a way to get a bag quick, right? Exchanging greed over prosperity. Don't let your mind go there. Instead, put your mind on the track of, it hasn't worked yet, I'm going to try something else. I've tried this method, it taught me a lesson, I'm going to keep going because I know that it is working in my favor and this business is going to pop. This product is going to pop. This idea is going to pop. I just simply have to find the right combination to get me there. You will win. You will win. When you keep your mindset right, when you keep your character right, and when you're always focused on the long-term bag and not the short-term one. The short-term bag can be very attractive. I'm sure that $4,000 for that lady was very attractive because maybe she has some bills to pay. But remember, the long-term bag is always going to sustain you for more time. I want you guys to comment 3 words in the chat. Comment, I will win. Comment, I will win in the chat. I want you guys to comment that just so you know. Do not let that be a doubt in your mind. Do not let the enemy cause you to make yourself believe that you cannot have what it is you want to have. That is a fictional thought process. That is a fictional thought process. It's not real. You will win. You will have it. You will do it. Yes, it may take time. Yes, it may take effort. But hard work doesn't mean that all of a sudden it's not meant for you. Just because it didn't come, again, the day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit. But do we all of a sudden say that we're not meant to have a harvest just because it takes a year to grow? Do we all of a sudden say we're not meant to eat these apples just because they take however much time to grow on the tree? No. We know that it's worth it, and we stay committed, and we do the work to ensure that the harvest will be fruitful and that the harvest will come. You will win. You will win. And so that lady from the Keith Lee situation, right? She should have known and believed that she will win. But because of the fact that she didn't believe, because of the fact that she didn't believe in the long-term ability for her to win, is why she traded her long-term success for a short-term win. Because deep down, she didn't really believe that her business was going to make it, that her business had the potential to succeed, and that God's bigger blessing was on the way. You have to have an unwavering belief that God's bigger blessing is on the way. And sometimes this is going to come up in the face of certain choices. Sometimes you're going to be presented with a choice to either make this brand decision or make a different brand decision. One brand decision may feel attractive because of the fact that it's going to get you a certain amount of followers. It's going to get you, a quick virality, but maybe in some way it's going to compromise your beliefs, but it's going to get you a quick bag. The other brand decision may be a little bit unsure for you. You might be a little bit scared because it seems like it's going to take more time, but it doesn't require you to compromise anything. In fact, it's more in alignment with who you are. Choose the latter. Choose the latter. Sometimes it's going to come up as a choice of 2 people that you may know. 2 friendships, a relationship, right? 2 opportunities. One looks like it's going to get you, quick. Oh, yes. Yeah, let's do it. But something about it is, you're not quite sure, right? Or you immediately start seeing, I don't know if these are the right people for me to be around. The other option seems a little boring. It's not as sexy, but it's in alignment with who you are. Choose the latter. Choose the latter. This is how you keep yourself in position to receive blessings and opportunities long term. I know you guys have seen many people who go into business and then come back out, who go down a path and then stop, right? You want to make sure that you can stay in it for the long term, just like you guys wrote down earlier. Put yourself in position to where this is something that you can have forever and not for 20 minutes. I don't know about y'all, but I don't want, what do they used to call the people? 15 minutes of fame? No, thank you. I don't want 15 minutes of fame. I don't want 15 minutes of anything. I want 15 years and up. 150 years. Don't associate me with nothing with no minutes. This lady had a huge, that video got like 10 million views of her food truck. And now she got 1-star reviews all over the place. Do not block your long-term blessing for a short-term bag. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Don't block your long-term blessing for a short-term bag. Look at how are you taking care of the soil that you currently have so that you can get it ready for the harvest which you are praying for. Remember, God is not bringing that harvest to you unless you are currently taking care of the one that you have. This means using your gifts in full. This means being connected to who you are in full. All God wants you to do is discover the gifts that he has given you and start to use them to better your life and to better the life of others. This is what business is. Business is you having a solution to a problem and providing that solution to a customer. This is what you are meant to do, is look at how can you use your purpose in such a way that it improves your life and also improves the lives of others. This is what you are here to do. So always be making sure that you're in alignment with that. And in addition, ask for big blessings. I told you guys this last night. Ask for big blessings. Ask for big blessings and also do the work to receive the big blessings. Don't think small and just ask God for something itty bitty teeny tiny, because God is looking at that like, this does not excite me to use my wonders and my works to give you something little when you have the potential to get so much more from me if you just ask and if you prepare. Ask for big things, audacious goals, big numbers, big sales, big success. Ask for that, because that is what excites God to actually give to you. That's when he's able to truly show up and show out. But if you're constantly thinking small about yourself, about your business, about your life, about the blessings that you want, that's not exciting for him, and it's also not exciting for you. You have been given a certain set of skills, gifts, talents, and more that God has put you here to simply discover and use. Everything else is going to be taken care of. But you've got to start looking at yourself not as less than, but as completely and utterly perfectly designed. I always tell you guys, you don't need validation from me. Hey, you don't need validation from anyone else on what has already been given to you. The likes are great. The comments are great. All of that is great. But when you show up and you're doing this for you, your purpose and your impact is connected to you showing up and using the voice, the talent, the gifts, the skills that you've been given. Your purpose is not connected to how many people end up liking it, sharing it, commenting on it, etc. All of that is going to be taken care of. In this season, in this 2024, what's our theme for the year? If you've been in my lives for the last few weeks, okay, what have I been saying constantly for these last few weeks? I have been saying all gas, no brakes. All gas, no brakes. That is our whole purpose for this year specifically and going forward. What would your life look like if you really leaned 100% in to who you are and decided to go all gas on your goals and your dreams? What would your life look like if that became your focus, instead of your focus being what other people think about you or what you currently don't have? What would your life look like if your focus was only on going all gas, no brakes on your goals and what you want to achieve? That's what you need to focus on. Because when you do that, when you go all gas, no brakes on your purpose, when you go all gas, no brakes on your idea, everything else is going to fall into place. Purpose equals profit, not popularity. Popularity is a byproduct of purpose that can come, but purpose is what is going to bring you the profit, not focusing on being popular. There's a lot of popular people who make no money. There's a lot of people with popularity who don't have profit. Focus on your purpose. Focus on the idea. If that idea has been given to you and you're still sitting on it, your job is to go all gas, no brakes on that idea so that you can have the things and the blessings that you keep asking God for. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Popularity doesn't equal profit, y'all. Purpose does. All gas, no brakes. All gas, no brakes. All gas, no brakes. Yes. I see you guys commenting about the Keith Lee situation. Yes. I think you guys, definitely, if you have TikTok, look it up. The name of her business was Sweetly Seasoned. You can see a lot of videos on it. But, the core element that I picked up from it is to ensure that you are ready to receive the blessings you're asking for. Don't block your blessing. Unfortunately, in this situation, she blocked her blessing by choosing the $4,000 over the potential $40,000 her business could have made the very next day. So we really want to ensure that we win. Yes, thank you. I see Build with Crystal in the comments. You're making some excellent points, honey. You are making some excellent points, honey. I don't even know who this person is. You guys know I don't always see the comments. Hey, yes, I am in Senegal. You guys know I don't always see the comments, so I can't see. But Build with Crystal, all the people, all I saw was you guys addressing the fact that you have to be focused on the message. And that is correct. I don't even know what the original comment was, for whatever reason, God did not want me to read it. But what I want you guys to always pay attention to is stay focused on the message. This is a prime example. There's always going to be someone who's there to sow doubt and confusion and frustration into what you're trying to do. That's always going to happen, right? This is a clear example of it. But you stay focused on your purpose. You stay focused on your intention. You stay focused on what you have to do. You stay focused on it. You see, I was so focused on what I was talking to you about, I never even saw the comment in the first place. You guys saw it. You guys addressed it. You guys dealt with it. This is a clear example of how these things will also happen in your life. You're going to be focused on what you need to do, what your goal is, what your focus is. And there's going to be someone popping up distracting you from what you're doing by sowing a seed of doubt and negativity into your space. Block it. Block it. Block it. You've got to stay focused and you've got to stay clear, because one thing I know, God doesn't operate in negativity. God doesn't operate in negativity. When we think about God, we feel positive, we feel joy, we feel abundance, we feel happy, we feel the spirit. Negativity is something else. Always stay focused on your goals, y'all. Always stay focused. There's going to be some people that you cannot bring with you. There's going to be some people who don't want to be saved. There's going to be some people who don't want to believe. They rather stay in their negative Nancy space, and that's okay. You love them from afar and you say, you know what? I'm praying for you that one day you'll be ready, but I'm not going to stay here until you get ready, because I have to go achieve these goals. I have to go achieve financial freedom. I have to go bring my idea to fruition. I have to go water my soil. I got to go do this work. So love you, praying for you, hope you get it together, but I can't stay and wait for you to get it together. There's a lot of you guys who are locked in for the challenge, and I'm so excited. Our 5-day or 6-day actually financial freedom summit, where we are going to be going over how you're going to get financially free this year, how to start making 6 figures online with digital products, making $50,000 in passive income, and securing $50,000 in funding. I'm so excited for the hundreds of you that are in the room. But I also want you guys to understand that there are some people who will believe that financial freedom is a fallacy. There are some people who will think that there's just no way that it could happen. There are some people who think that they could never get to 6 figures in sales because they think it's not possible. Do not allow that seed of doubt to impact your seed of prosperity. You guys absolutely deserve to get in the room and to learn this information and to achieve financial freedom and to apply the information. I don't want you to come to the summit and just learn. You guys are in the room to also execute and also learn, okay? So you guys know that we are officially 2 weeks away. We start 2 Mondays from now. Day 1 of the summit, day 1 of the Financial Freedom Summit. So what I want you guys to do is, after we end this live, I want you guys to DM me on Instagram right away with the word freedom, so that I can give you your seats to the challenge today. I'm putting up 10 seats today that are on sale, and you're going to get the bonus along with those seats. So when you DM me freedom, I'll make sure you get all that information, okay? But I want you guys to really stay locked into our message for today. I really hope that you guys resonated with this. And, the first thing I had you guys comment when you came in today was ready to receive. Put yourself in position where you are ready to receive the blessings you are asking for. That means taking care of the soil that you have now. That means staying consistent and diligent and watering your business that you have now. Making sure that you're watering yourself, watering your ideas, staying positive with your ideas. That's how you're going to prepare yourself to receive the blessings that you're asking for. Because if you don't, and you put yourself in a mindset where you believe that you are not enough, or you believe that what you bring is not enough, or that your idea is not enough, guess what? As soon as an opportunity comes for you to make a quick dollar, you're going to take that over the long-term dollar. And that's not the abundance or the prosperity that God has in store for you. That's not it. Exactly. God is not the author of confusion. Okay. So I'm about to go make a snack. All right. Because I just got hungry. But I'm very proud of you guys. I love coming on here and getting us all mentally ready for this week. It is Monday, More Money Monday. I want you guys to stay locked into that space. Remember, water your idea, water your soil. The day that you plant the seed is not the day that you eat the fruit. Do not give up on your harvest just because it's not turning as fast as you think it should. Continue to stay positive, continue to stay focused, continue to stay diligent, so that God can give you the blessings that you're asking for. Shout out to you for your birthday. Shout out to YouTube and Instagram. I love you guys, and I will see y'all later in my live. And also, I'll see you guys in the challenge, okay? DM me the word freedom to get your seat to the challenge, and I'll make sure that my team gives you the early bird price today, which is $200 less than the regular price, all right? So DM me freedom and mention the early bird price, and we'll get you guys locked in. Bye, y'all.